Marvel's ZZXZ symbiote stands apart from its brethren in a terrifying way. It feeds on brains instead of adrenaline or emotions. Originating from Clinter, the symbiote homeworld, ZZXZ is considered a unique aberration within the symbiote race. Unlike Venom, who developed a taste for adrenaline under certain hosts, ZZXZ's hunger for cerebral tissue places it in a league of its own. This unusual trait brought ZZXZ into the crosshairs of the Shar Empire, who classified it as one of the most dangerous entities ever encountered. The Empire's elite warriors successfully separated ZZXZ from its host, only to unleash it upon an alternate universe Professor Xavier, who had mutated into a monstrous living brain. This Professor Xavier, warped by unchecked telepathic power, sought to enslave all sentient life. ZZXZ proved to be the ultimate counter, devouring the brain matter of this nightmarish Xavier, neutralizing his telepathic threat. But what makes ZZXZ truly fearsome is its insatiable hunger and its ability to bond with hosts without draining their life force. Instead, it thrives on fear, terror, and the literal consumption of intellect. To many, this symbiote represents the darkest side of Clinter evolution, a reminder that even among monsters, there are nightmares. Toxin, the 1000th spawn. Spawned directly from Carnage, Toxin is the 1000th symbiote in the Clinter lineage, a milestone that would mark it as either a weapon of destruction or an unlikely beacon of hope. Bonding with Pat Mulligan, a New York City police officer, Toxin found itself in a moral tug-of-war between its lineage's violent instincts and Mulligan's sense of justice. Unlike Venom and Carnage, whose power levels plateau early, Toxin's growth seemed limitless. From the very beginning, it exhibited enhanced strength and durability surpassing both its progenitor and grandparent. Where Carnage relied on chaotic violence and Venom harnessed rage, Toxin displayed a unique capacity for tactical thinking and controlled aggression. Interestingly, Toxin is immune to Spider-Man's webs and spider sense, making him a nightmare opponent for the web slinger. Is toxic but capable of delivering a corrosive enzyme can weaken even the most durable enemies. Moreover, his regenerative capabilities allow him to survive otherwise fatal injuries, healing at a speed far surpassing Venom. Toxin's evolution hints at the potential for symbiotes to transcend their violent origins, proving that strength isn't defined by bloodlust alone. His story serves as a reminder that heroism can emerge even from the darkest beginnings. 6. Antivenom, the Cleanser. Antivenom stands as one of the most radical departures in symbiote evolution, emerging from the ashes of Venom through a shocking transformation. Eddie Brock, long separated from Venom, was dying from cancer when the villain Mr. Negative inadvertently became the catalyst for something extraordinary. Through Mr. Negative's unique energy, Eddie's body underwent a remarkable transformation. The residual traces of the Venom symbiote within him merged with the negative energy, creating a new entity, Antivenom. Unlike traditional symbiotes, Antivenom did not corrupt its host but instead purified them. Its white, almost angelic appearance stood in stark contrast to the black, chaotic forms of its predecessor. Antivenom's abilities go beyond raw strength. Its touch is lethal to other symbiotes, capable of purging them from their host. Unlike its predecessors, it is resistant to traditional symbiote weaknesses such as sonic attacks and fire, making it one of the most durable symbiotes ever created. This cleansing power is both a blessing and a curse, as Eddie often struggles to control its destructive potential against other symbiotes. Despite lacking the sheer power of Toxin, Antivenom remains one of the most potent forces in Marvel's symbiote mythology, a living cure for the corruption that birthed him. 5. Mr. E. Living Darkness. Created by Knull, the god of the symbiotes, Mr. E represents one of the most unsettling manifestations of the symbiote's potential. While Knull's symbiotes are often associated with rage, destruction, and domination, Mr. E was a different breed of being of living darkness, infused with the essence of shadow itself. Knull's original goal was to craft beings that could instill fear and control, and Mr. E was his first successful attempt to manipulate a sentient form of darkness. Mr. E's origins are as enigmatic as his powers. After his creation, Mr. E traveled to Earth, where he grew obsessed with gaining power and ultimately sought to shape humans into creatures of shadow under his control. His ambitions were godlike, envisioning himself as the ruler of all living beings. His shadowy nature allowed him to manipulate his form, turning it into weapons, tendrils, or even wings. He could merge seamlessly into any shadow, becoming nearly invisible and invulnerable. In combat, Mr. E's abilities make him an elusive and durable foe. His form is not limited by the physical constraints of flesh, which means he can reshape himself in virtually any way, creating powerful constructs that make him a versatile and dangerous opponent. Additionally, he is resistant to most conventional attacks, particularly those that rely on physical force. Even if struck, he can reconstitute himself from the surrounding darkness, making him difficult to defeat by traditional means. As Knull's first attempt to use darkness as a weapon, Mr. E's existence is a testament to the god's ambition and power. Yet, Mr. E's pursuit of godhood often makes him reckless and overconfident traits that have led to his eventual downfall when faced with opponents who understand his weaknesses. For Grendel, the symbiote dragon, Grendel stands as a near-mythical figure in the annals of Marvel's symbiote history. Not merely a dragon, Grendel is the embodiment of terror and destruction, infused with the essence of a symbiote, making it one of the most fearsome creatures in the universe. Created by Knull, Grendel was released to terrorize worlds across the cosmos. Its dragon-like form was powerful enough to burn entire civilizations, and its mere presence was enough to break the spirits of entire populations. Grendel's story is rooted in ancient mythology, with many civilizations recounting the terror it wrought. In fact, its name became so synonymous with destruction that it was conflated with the mythical Grendel from Beowulf, leading to the rise of a cultural fear of dragons and the tales of a monstrous creature attacking villages. In Marvel lore, Grendel is a symbiote dragon with the ability to fly interstellar distances, making it a harbinger of doom across galaxies. In battle, Grendel is practically unmatched. The creature possesses the raw strength of a traditional dragon, enhanced further by the symbiote's adaptability and healing abilities. However, Grendel's sheer power also comes with a significant weakness: electricity. This vulnerability was discovered by the god Thor, whose lightning proved to be particularly devastating. Despite this, Grendel's resilience in the face of such attacks allows it to be a terrifying force that refuses to fall easily. Grendel's massive wingspan, fire-breathing abilities, and sheer destructive power have made it an iconic figure in Marvel's mythos, with its legacy stretching across both time and space. It's a reminder of the untapped power that symbiotes can possess when allowed to evolve beyond mere parasites. 3. Big Mother, Bane of Beowulf. Among the most ancient and powerful of the symbiote dragons created by Knull, Big Mother was released onto Earth during the medieval era. Her rampage through Denmark struck fear into the hearts of its people, her monstrous presence leading to the creation of one of the greatest legends in history, Beowulf. It is said that Big Mother's terror was so vast that her destruction became intertwined with Beowulf's victory, his battle against her immortalized in song and tale. Like Grendel, Big Mother's sheer size and strength made her an unstoppable force of nature. She could fly, breathe fire, and was almost impervious to conventional attacks. However, it was her intelligence and cunning that made her a more formidable opponent than most other symbiotes. She was not simply a beast of rage, she was a calculated predator, capable of turning the tide of battle in her favor with clever tactics and devastating attacks. Despite being slain by Thor during her initial appearance, Big Mother's legacy did not end there. Freed in the modern era, she was revived as one of Knull's most powerful creations, her size and fire-breathing abilities making her one of the most visually unique symbiotes. Big Mother's combination of power, intelligence, and fearlessness makes her one of the most dangerous and visually memorable symbiotes in Marvel lore. Her ability to adapt to various forms of combat and strategy has made her a symbol of the apex predator unleashed upon the world and capable of reeling it back into chaos with each appearance. All Black, the necrosword. All Black, also known as the necrosword, is not merely a weapon, it is the first symbiote, born from the dark ambitions of Knull himself. Unlike traditional symbiotes that bond with hosts to amplify their physical abilities, All Black was forged with one purpose: the annihilation of gods. Crafted from the severed head of a celestial, it carries the raw, unrelenting power of creation and destruction, channeled into a blade that has no equal. This legendary weapon has passed through the hands of some of Marvel's most powerful figures, including Gore the God Butcher, King Loki, and even Thor. With All Black, Gore embarked on a mission to rid the universe of gods, cutting down pantheons with ruthless efficiency. Its powers allow the wielder to summon shadow beasts, fly across galaxies, and even survive in the vacuum of space. All Black feeds on the blood and life force of its victims, growing stronger with each kill. What sets All Black apart from other symbiotes is its invulnerability. Even hurling it into the heart of a star failed to destroy it, as it merely consumed the star's energy, turning its light to darkness. Its lack of weaknesses makes it one of the most feared entities in the Marvel Universe. Though bound to the will of its creator, the sword has shown a malevolent sentience, amplifying the darkest desires of its wielder. All Black's legacy as a god killer and its indestructible nature cement it as a weapon of legend, a symbiote that exists beyond the limits of mortal comprehension. 1. Venom. Venom, the symbiote that started it all for many fans, might not be the most powerful symbiote in terms of raw strength, but he is undoubtedly the most resilient. First appearing in The Amazing Spider-Man number 250, Venom has gone through countless transformations, evolving from a villain to an anti-hero and, eventually, a savior of the universe. What makes Venom so special isn't just his symbiotic powers, but his unrelenting spirit and his unique bond with Eddie Brock. At his core, Venom embodies the duality of strength and vulnerability. Unlike most symbiotes that seek to dominate their hosts, Venom shares a symbiotic relationship with Eddie, forming a partnership that enhances both their strengths. Together, they possess incredible powers, superhuman strength, agility, the ability to generate web-like tendrils, and a healing factor that allows them to recover from almost any injury. But it's not just physical power that defines Venom, it's his determination to protect those he cares about. One of Venom's most defining moments came during the King in Black storyline, where he faced off against Knull, the god of the symbiotes. With the help of the god of light, Venom was imbued with cosmic power, transforming into a being capable of going toe-to-toe with Knull himself. In their climactic battle, Venom wielded Mjolnir and Silver Surfer's board, fused them into a colossal battle axe, and used it to deliver the final blow to Knull. This victory marked Venom is not only a hero, but also a cosmic force to be reckoned with. But why is Venom so resilient? The answer lies in his willpower and his refusal to succumb to his darker impulses. Unlike other symbiotes that thrive on chaos and destruction, Venom constantly fights against his nature, striving to do good despite his violent instinct. This inner battle makes him one of the most complex and relatable characters in Marvel's roster. Venom's strength is not just physical, it's his ability to overcome adversity. Whether it's battling more powerful symbiotes like Carnage, protecting his son Dylan Brock, or taking on a cosmic threat like Knull, Venom has proven time and time again that true strength comes from the courage to stand up for what's right, even in the face of overwhelming odds. If you're curious about the epic showdown between Venom and Knull, where Venom rises to become the King in Black, make sure to watch this video.